Okay, so tonight Nintendo announced a sequel to the Breath of the Wild, and I am super hyped for this game, guys. So naturally, I rewatched the trailer about 50 times, and after some thought, I have come up with a few theories on where the game might take place. I just want to start off by saying though, I'm not super familiar with the Legend of Zelda lore. These are just my initial ideas and impressions, and hopefully something for you guys to think about. Okay, so in this short scene, it's a little hard to see, but Hyrule Castle is slowly rising out of the ground. This is obviously going to make some major changes to the surrounding terrain, so the game might be set in a heavily modified version of Hyrule. The first thing this made me think of is Hyrule Castle from the Ocarina of Time. In the future, Hyrule Castle is gone and replaced with Ganon's Castle, so what I'm thinking we might see is a kind of Dark World version of Hyrule, similar to the future in Ocarina of Time, and with Ganon's Castle at the center of Hyrule this time instead of Hyrule Castle. There could also be some changes to the surrounding areas. For example, the ruins of the nearby towns might be rebuilt, since everybody believes that Ganon has been defeated. This would fit well with the parallel world theme many Zelda games have, except being split into two games this time. My next theory is an extension of the first, where instead of just ripping Hyrule Castle out of the ground, Ganon might be pulling up the entire underworld. This could be a viable way to completely transform the entire landscape of Hyrule without bringing the game to a totally new location. A very striking difference in Breath of the Wild compared to previous Zelda games is the lack of conventional dungeons. In the original Legend of Zelda on the NES, we learned that dungeons are a part of the underworld, so this could be a way to bring back the dungeon mechanic I think a lot of people would like to see in this sequel. Most of the trailer is also set inside a cave with bridges and other structures the ancients seem to have built. Considering the shrines in Breath of the Wild are set on the ground too, it could be that the ancients themselves lived in the underworld. So I think we could be seeing this lost civilization play a larger role in the sequel. My next thought regarding this scene is, well, what if Hyrule Castle doesn't stop rising? Rather than a transformation of Hyrule, we might see a return of some mechanics from Skyward Sword. I'm thinking floating islands, floating castles, floating horses, I don't know. Judging by these short clips though, Link seems like he might even have a new ability similar to the Goddess Sword. This would be a pretty cool way to take the Zelda plot in a full circle, since Skyward Sword is set at the beginning of the Zelda timeline. In the Zelda lore, the goddess sent these islands into the sky to help people escape from demonic beings on the earth. So I'm thinking we might even see a repeat of these events, followed by a quest to travel back to Earth and defeat Ganon. Come to think of it, this theory doesn't really conflict with the first two. It would just make the game a lot longer. Alright, and now for my final theory, but keep in mind this one is even more of a stretch than the others. I'm sure most people noticed this, but there are some similarities in the trailer to the Blood Moon cutscenes from Breath of the Wild, especially the backwards music. There's a small chance that this could imply that the moon plays a major role in the plot of Breath of the Wild too. So what if we see a return of the ability to travel to the moon, like in Majora's Mask? I doubt the entire game would take place there, but it would be pretty interesting to see some more returning game mechanics from previous installments. This one is more of an afterthought than a fully fleshed out theory though, but still something more to think about. Anyway guys, I am really excited for this game, and I hope you guys have even more to think about after hearing my thoughts on the trailer. Thanks for watching as always, don't forget to dislike the video, and smash that unsubscribe button with the force of 1,000 Master Swords. I'll see you next time, and bye bye.